What's up, everybody? Be interviewing Thomas Holtmann from Skanf Deutschland and Bladecraft Method here soon. You didn't miss anything. Just I've been chatting with Thomas quite a bit over the past few months, and he's someone I really respect as a martial artist and a knife thrower, and I just wanted to get to know him a little bit better. And I figured this was a good way of doing it. So he should be joining pretty soon. Is that my new nickname? It is beautiful today in Indiana. I mean, beautiful. All right, there he is. There he is. You ready, Thomas? All right, I just sent you a request, and then it should split the screen, and then we can talk. I appreciate that, Diego. I've been watching you throw and progress. You're killing it. You've got that natural ability. Plus, you have the space to do it in that seems like it. Hey!
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Not much, man.
What time is it there?
Right now it's 9:15 in the evening.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. The little one is still, watching his Beyblade shit, whatever. Wife is on the couch, all good.
Awesome. Thanks for doing this, man. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate, that you asked me in the first place.
Yeah, I figured, we've been talking quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions for you, and I figured everybody else would like to know, how you got into, first of all, how long you've been doing martial arts, how did you get into that, and then how did that progress into getting into knife throwing?
Okay. So martial arts, I'm doing now for 43 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm an old guy. I'm turning 50 this year. So
Yeah.
And I mean, I still remember, I asked my mom, I want to do karate, I want to fight karate, and she was like, yeah, for sure, so I was, really, bothering her a lot. And then she was like, you can do judo. And I was like, damn, judo, karate, whatever, so this is when it all starts, so first judo, then I did some Filipino martial arts, some Thai boxing, but I didn't feel quite home, then I finally found traditional Chinese martial arts. And that was it, So Chinese martial arts, I started in 1989. And then later on, UFC, Horace Gracie.
Yeah.
So I started with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so
Awesome.
basically I'm teaching Chinese Kung Fu and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
What style specifically of Kung Fu?
7-star praying mantis Kung Fu, but when I lived in China, because I got a master's degree in Chinese language, Chinese literature, Chinese history, so I started in China, and when I was living in China, I also trained Baguazhang, Xing Yi Quan, and a little bit of Baji Quan.
Wow. Kung Fu is my absolute favorite martial art.
I mean, the problem is, nowadays, all those people jumping around with these flashy uniforms, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was an art which was, used on the battlefield. You know what I mean? It's about killing other people with blades,
Sure.
Nowadays, you have all these people standing around in the park, this beautiful movement. And you ask them, what the fuck are you doing? I got no clue. Those guys can't fight for shit, And that's like I think a sad part about it, because everybody's like, oh, Kung Fu, it looks good, but you guys can't fight. No, we can.
Yes.
But a lot of things got lost in translation. A lot of things, lost over the past. If you have a shitty master and the master is like running around with this wannabe Shifu Kung Fu style uniform, and you have to bow all day and all that shit, and you love that, cool. But I always wanted to fight.
Yes.
For me, it was always about fighting, and testing things. This is where I discovered the Dog Brothers, and I'm also full Dog brother.
Yeah.
So we basically hit each other's with sticks, no rules whatsoever,
Yeah. So how long have you been throwing, and how did you get into that?
Well, I mean, my father was a World War II veteran, you
Okay.
know, and he died when I was 11. And one of the best memories was when we were in the forest, and he taught me how to make a spear
Yeah.
and how to throw military half spin. Okay.
Nice.
So, I mean, in Chinese martial arts, and like, you know, in Japanese martial arts, Bo Shuriken, like in ninjutsu and all that, you have this throwing arts for sure. So I always did a little bit, but not at some kind of level. Just like, you know, once in a while you have the Bo Shuriken or a Shuriken, you know, like those throwing stars in
Sure.
the 80s, you know, and yeah, you know, I'm the man, you know. But really throwing like I do it now, I started 10 months ago.
Wow.
You
So
know,
how did you is it Mikhail or Michelle? How do you
Mikhail.
Mikhail? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
so. I heard someone say Michelle, and I didn't think that was right. So I just wanted to clarify. But how did you seek him out? And can you tell us a little bit about Skanf?
I mean, you know, like most people, I think, have a great misunderstanding if it comes to Skanf. You know, those people think Skanf is just throwing from the side, you
Right.
know. So like, you know, people are posting a clip, they're standing sideways, being relaxed, throwing Skanf. Boom. No, you're not. Basically not, you know. There's a lot of more involved into Skanf than just holding your arm like this. You saw my clips. I love to throw underhand, right?
Yes.
So is this not Skanf? Yes, it's Skanf. You can throw overhand, underhand, sideways. You can do whatever you want. It's not just about one specific angle. It's more about the different body mechanics, how you know, like most people have, you know, like in my age, when you did a lot of martial arts, you have shoulder issues,
Yes.
some kind of, you know. So this is where people try to throw more from the side, you know, because it's not so much stress on the shoulder, right? But actually, if you understand Skanf, and I'm a beginner, don't get me wrong, I'm no master at all, you know,
Yeah.
I still call myself a white belt, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, but if you understand the mechanics, there's no force like throwing force involved. It's more like the energy is generated through different, how you want to call it, you know, levers inside your body, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It's not, you know, like we have this argued so many times, you know, people
Sure.
are like, no, there is no pulling, it's always pushing and blah, 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 you know. As a matter of fact, it's not a push. And you're not pushing with your index finger at all. There's no pushing with it.
Huh. It's hard to understand. And I've been on that side of, you know, it's hard for people to understand. And I've been on, you
Right.
know, and those
Right.
arguments with everybody. And can you explain that more? Elaborate?
Well, just let me get something.
Sure.
For example, just, you know, for sure, if you hold it and I do this motion, you know, this like brushing thingy, whatever, you know, then the finger is active, right?
Okay.
So I'm not doing that. I'm not even thinking about this finger at all. This finger is more there because, you know, otherwise, you know, the knife would flip completely backwards. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So it's not like I'm doing this and catapulting the pen. You know, that's not happening at all.
Okay.
That's really not happening. You know, if you hold, for example, a brush or a pen gently and you do this motion gently, you will find out that I'm not pushing it, but you see it's pointing in this direction, right? So now it's just a question how I can, you know, combine this movement, this motion with my body mechanics to generate power, right?
Yeah.
So for me personally, it reminds me a lot about Chinese martial arts, because you have things like, you know, like Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch or Tai Chi, Qigong, inner energy, and all that shit, you know. And people are like, no, it doesn't work. Well, I can tell you that I had a challenge fight in China because I got a big mouth and I was like, want to fight. And that Chinese guy threw me over him. Literally. I cracked the ribs. Next day I went, yeah, bro, it was no challenge fight. Okay.
Yeah.
So next day I went to his house and I was like, I want to be your student. you know,
Yeah.
because I want to learn, right?
Awesome.
So all these stories I read before and people couldn't do it, I felt in that moment, right? So there is something I can move people on a lot of different ways. I can push you. I can just touch you. I can go in a different angle and break a structure. You know, I teach that in my Bladecraft method a lot. But I can generate power inside my body. I can do that. And this is where I think that, and it sounds so cocky because, you know, like every way how you throw is some kind of science for me, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Like rotational throwing, like you guys do it a lot, bro. I can't figure it out. You know, it's like, damn, you know, it's awesome. You know, and the accuracy, bro, it's brilliant. You know.
Yeah.
So every kind of throwing, there's for me not being better or wrong, whatever, you know, but you all generate some kind of energy, be it with your shoulder, be it with your pushing motion, whatever. So in Skanf, it's just a little bit different how you generate it. And I think it's for outsiders who never did any kind of martial arts, it's maybe a little bit different in the beginning.
Yeah.
Definitely difficult to achieve a result. But once you get it down and once you, damn, I did that. You know, I still remember, bro, when I started underhand, you could ask my wife now, you know, she's like, no, you know, bro, I was so frustrated.
Yeah.
I couldn't make the fucking knife stick. It was bam, nothing. And I was like, fuck, man, you're so stupid, you know? And actually, that was the first time I really felt this is Skanf. Because, you know, like I just listened to what Michael says. I'm this kind of loyal pit bull student. If you say, Thomas, 1,000, yeah, 1,000, it's 1,000. There's no discussion. I just do what you say.
Okay.
So I did exactly what Michael was telling me, and boom, you know, the knife literally flew out of my hand.
It's just like that, huh?
Bro, and I was like, fuck, you know, no camera, no telephone, nothing. I didn't tape it. Fuck, man, you know, I have to repeat that, please. You know, I called my wife, Jana, come and go, please, check it out. Boom, no stick. Fuck, man, no stick. You know, and then I did it once, so I just have to, you know, like do it again. You know, how was it again? You know,
Yeah.
So there are a lot of different ways how you can generate that power. There are a lot of different levers, a lot of leverage inside your body, how you can do that. So this is where you can see Michael or Yuri just sitting, just throwing like this, or they have the arm tied up or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So you can generate that power on a lot of different ways. But it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, you know.
Sure.
So it takes a lot of time, you know, and a lot of practice, like we all know. And for me, it's just the best way for me personal to throw. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
You know, it's not the best way. You know, it can't, because if there would be the best way, we all would do it, right? But people are so stubborn, you know, and people are always like, oh no, you know, it's not correct what you say. What the fuck, you know? You can't tell me what I feel, right? And you maybe never experienced it before, right?
Yes.
So I always tell my students, do you remember the first time when you fell in love? How the fuck you want to explain that to a person? You can't, right? But all we felt in love once, we know what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
So for me, Skanf is the same. If you feel it, and then you have to reproduce it, and then it's a science, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, you know my clips. I love to throw all different kind of shit, you know. And I just love it because, you know, like it shows me that I'm not limited. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
It's a way of throwing which I can adapt to many different kind of tools, you know, and that's what I like about it. You know, I need something which is, you know, which fits into my way of applying things, my way of seeing things, because I like the competitive way of it. You know, a lot of people like the competition. You know, it's beautiful, but I'm competing now since I'm 7 years old.
Yeah.
You know? European champion, German champion, international, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm always competing. So for me, the knife still got this competitive aspect because, you know, in Germany, for example, we have no guns. We have guns, so get me wrong, but you know, nobody's allowed to carry, you know.
Sure.
So the best tool is a knife you can carry, right? And I like to be capable of throwing all kinds of pointy objects, you know, and I want to place that object where I want to place it.
Sure.
You know? And I want to do that, you know, from all different kind of positions, you know. So for me, Skanf is what gives me this possibility, you know.
That's awesome, man, and I'm glad we're talking about this because Skanf has been a very controversial thing within the knife throwing community for years.
It is, bro. Sorry, but I didn't get it in the beginning. You know, people were like, you know, I still remember the first time I was on the knife group, and people were giving me shit. And
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't even know me, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
No, you were saying it's very controversial, Scum.
Yes. So I think a lot of that is lost in translation, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, it's English to Russian is very difficult, and there's very few people that actually converse with anybody from Russia. We just see videos and see the tags or titles and stuff. So that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to talk to you, because you can kind of translate it for everybody. And I think this is working out great, and I totally understand what you're saying. So the one question I do have is,
please,
not your finger. Would you say that it's more your palm?
No.
No?
It's just flying. It's just flying out.
Okay.
It's like, depending how I throw, you know, I'm not. It's never a push. Sometimes it feels a little bit like a kind of spring, if you know, like a bumper. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because if you boom, not in that moment, because the knife is completely relaxed.
Sure.
It's not, you know, like some people really grip the knife like they want to choke it. You know, I don't do that. It's really it's dangling in my hand, if I can say it like this.
Yes.
So once this motion happens and I'm completely relaxed in my wrist, for sure the knife, because you got weight, will bounce on my finger.
Yeah.
But the finger is not doing an active movement. There's nothing in my brain telling my finger to do this. But I did this mistake in the beginning because it makes things easier.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It makes things so much easier. And I understand why people say you have to push. I understand that because it's much easier.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
And you do it 10,000 times better than I could ever do it. You know, trying to say, no, bro, come on. But that's not scum.
Okay.
You're not pushing it, but you're throwing brilliantly and you hit where you want to hit. So this is what I don't get with people. As long as you score what you want to score, why tell other people they are wrong or whatever? You know, I couldn't care less what other people do. You know?
Sure. I think that there's just like I don't know. It's almost like America versus Russia, like the Cold War or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of there seems like there's a little bit of arrogance there, but not really. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know, we're American assholes. We're arrogant. So,
bro, I love America. You know that. You know, I'm usually, if this COVID-19 shit would not be, you know, I'm at least once a year in LA. You know, training and family vacation. You know. We love Hermosa. We love Hermosa Beach. You know, always the same location. I love it there. You know, don't get me wrong. And I got so many American friends. You know, and I love your country. It's a beautiful country. Awesome. But like you say, for sure you guys have this kind of arrogance.
Yeah.
And you think, you know, it's our way. You know, we're the best country. You know, like, you know, we're, right. So, I think you're correct because, you know, like. For me as a German, you know, like, I don't give a shit, honestly. If you're American, if you're Chinese, whatever. If you bring something to the table, where I could benefit from, which helps me to become a better human being, which helps me to become a better person, which helps me to become a better martial artist, a better thrower, I listen to you.
Absolutely.
I will try that out, you know.
Yeah.
So, for example, Jake, you know, also full Tang Clan member, you know, good, also friend of mine.
Yep.
He saw that I was throwing a lot of underhand, and he was like, "Did you ever try the regular grip? You know, like normal saber grip, we call it also." No, it never occurred to me, you know. So he was like, "Yeah, give it a try." So bam, down in my basement, and I was like, "Bam, I love it," you know. But when I hold the knife like this, like in a regular saber grip, right? I can't push, right?
Sure.
It's impossible.
Yes.
But I generate the same power. It's the same throw. I have one clip out there where I'm doing 3 kind of underhand throws. I throw like this, I throw like this, and I throw reverse. And if you watch the clip carefully, it's always the same body mechanics I'm doing.
I've noticed that, yeah.
It's always the same. So the knife sticks in the same manner. So it's not about the finger. It's about the body mechanics. It's about the power I generate. This is why I did that clip. But people think I'm arrogant and I want to show, you know, I'm the hand king, whatever, you know. No, fuck that shit, bro. You know, watch the fucking clip. You know, I'm generally showing people it's not about the finger.
Yes.
But as long as you have people out there who are so famous in the throwing knife community, and they say, "This is Skanf." Yeah, for sure, this is Skanf. You say so, bro. Hey, man, you know, hey, thank you. No, it's not. Did you ever learn Skanf? No. Did you ever approach a teacher? No. So please explain me, how could it be that you know, everything you need to learn, right? Everything you have to have a teacher, right? But if you have a knife throwing style, oh, I just learned from YouTube. I saw a clip, I know how, oh, really cool, bro. Awesome. Awesome. You know, there's always exception of the rule. Like Chris, for example, you know, also a good friend of mine, Chris Giffen, you know, his half spin is amazing.
Awesome. Awesome.
He is, for me, one of the best half spin guys out there. You know,
Really?
no doubt about that. You know, his accuracy, his speed, his power, you know, and his body mechanics. But what did this person do? He studied Skanf videos over and over again for at least 1 year, and he focused on the basics. And he's not running around, boom, oh, this is Skanf. No, it's not. You know, so think about it. If I can grab the knife, I throw the pen again. Yeah, bro, I suck it. But it's not like that I don't have knives here, you know, so let's take this little antique piece here. So if I can generate the power in this grip, if I can generate the power in this grip, if I can generate the power in this grip, and it's always the same body mechanics, it can't be about the grip, right? It can't be about the index finger. But will the index finger push help you? Bro, for sure. Is it a trap you easily fall into? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, by the end of the day, we are all the same because we are all a little bit arrogant. You want that fucking knife to stick, right?
Sure.
So you change the rule a little bit.
Yes.
It sticks.
I do what works best for me.
Exactly. But this is where now my cocky German part comes out. I'm different because I know that this one will make the knife stick, but this is not the correct way.
Okay.
So I spent like, I think the maximum was like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 hours, bro. Like an idiot. I do it again. And I do it again. And my wife is like, you know, he's lost. You know? You know?
Session.
Well, yeah, it's passion. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not crazy. It's passion. You know? So I don't want to make the knife stick. For sure, I want to make the knife. I want to have the correct body mechanics, the correct technique, and I want to do that in a repetition way. I want to do it again and again and again, and I want to have it correct. Because if my body mechanics are correct, if my release is obviously correct, it doesn't matter which kind of grip. There's this instructional clip from Yuri Fedin, you know, out there. It's also on YouTube, I think. And by the end, you know, he's showing all different kind of grips you can do, you know. Latest there, people should realize it's not about the fucking index. Just because in the Russian part he puts the index finger there and he's doing this motion, people all think, oh, it's a push, it's a push. No, it's not a push. But yes, the push will help you. And by the end of the day, if you're a result-orientated person, if I can say it like this, it's beautiful. But that's not Skanf.
Okay.
But who cares? You know what I'm trying to say?
Sure. I have a couple more questions about Skanf. So,
Please.
one, when you change your grip, you still have to change the angle of your release, correct?
Kind of. Reverse grip. Reverse grip on the hand is a good example. I have to change a little bit the angle. Yes, I have to.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would not fly straight. You know what I'm trying to say? It would move a little. Yeah, I have to. Yes.
The other question, the most controversial.
Yes.
Pull. Why do they say pull?
Because it's a pull. Right. Okay.
I don't understand.
Okay. No. I can explain to you.
Okay.
No problem. If you do this motion, this one, right?
Yeah.
And everything here is going in that direction, your hand will not push. That's a pull. If you think there's a string here, this one is pulling, right? Engel, kannst du mir kurz mal kommen?
Ja.
Und kannst du mir kurz mal... Just wait. We have to improvise. Kannst du ihn kurz mit rüberkommen? Kannst du es kurz noch festhalten? Nur festhalten. If my finger is locked inside here, right?
Sure.
And I do... Now I'm pulling it, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm pushing it.
Yes. Okay.
The push will result in a pull because she will move. Her hand will move, right?
Sure.
But it's all... Thank you. It's all also a mental thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you know, if you say to your body, push, it will be a push. It will always be a push. You know, in Chinese, for example, you said you like Chinese Kung Fu, and you have in Chinese Kung Fu, you have a lot of these beautiful sayings for the different positions. The tiger is coming down the hill, and the dragon is in the water, and all that, you know. By the end of the day, Chinese people teach people in pictures. So if I would tell to you, hammer on this table like Thor with his hammer, you got a picture in your head, right?
Yeah.
And this picture would be like, boom, and you smash it, hard smash. You have a picture in your head.
Yeah.
It's a pull. It's not a push. So if you let that sink in, and you think just 1 second about it, how the fuck can you do this if it's this?
That, man, thank you.
You know?
That makes sense.
So I had this discussion with one gentleman on the night group.
Yeah.
And I was trying to tell him, you know, like everybody knows Hickson Gracie, right? Hickson Gracie is the most famous fighter of the Gracie family, you know, and I had the pleasure to train with him a couple of times. And he calls it invisible jiu-jitsu. Because it's fucking invisible. You can't see it. It looks like the same armor. It looks the same, right? But it feels different. Feeling is believing. Okay, there's no doubt about that. So once you realize that you're not pushing, that it's a pull, it all changes. But it's a thing you have to, you know, this is why I say Skanf is for me like kind of science, because it got this geometrical figures, it got lever, it got power generation points, it got, you know, everything what mathematics also got, and it got this mind part. So once you forget everything, and you just think, man, it's not a push, it's a pull. I'm pulling. If there's the string still attached, I'm pulling it, right?
Yes.
Now I'm pushing it, and it's a different muscle. This one is completely released, right? Relaxed, sorry. But now you see, because I'm pushing, I'm forcing it, right? There's no force inside Skanf. Not at all.
Huh.
Never ever. So in the beginning, you try to use muscle, and bro, my arm hurt, my elbow hurts a little bit, and I'm like, fuck that shit,
Yeah.
I got so many injuries, but once you let it go and just listen to your teacher, and do what he says,
Yes.
bro, I can throw for hours.
Really?
No problem.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
no issues whatsoever. And that's the fun part, because elbow issues,
Yes.
capsule was torn,
Yeah.
when I started with throwing, they wanted to have a shoulder surgery because I couldn't move my shoulder correctly, and all this shit. No issues whatsoever.
Wow.
But if I throw with power, for example, I tried rotational with a hatchet, and I do it like for 10 minutes, and it's like, fuck, man, no problem, man.
Wow.
No problem.
That, because I admit, I tense up when I throw, for sure.
Yeah.
I wish that I could be that relaxed guy and say that I am, but I'm not. I force it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing which I see a lot of guys doing is we all stop breathing. It throw,
Yeah.
and then so this is, if you watch some of my clips, I walk a lot if I throw. I take my wife on the hand and I walk and I throw. I smile and I throw.
Yeah.
I just do it as a normal because I'm normal doing it. I'm just doing it while I'm normally breathing. It has to be natural, but to become natural, you have to be natural. Standing at 3 meters, aiming is not natural, right? So this is where Skanf and Chinese martial arts, for me, are one thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm completely relaxed. I'm pissed. Don't get me wrong. If it doesn't work, I mean, really, I am. But no, I'm super relaxed.
That's very interesting. A year ago, well, January would have been a year.
Yeah.
I found a art school because I wanted to learn some more kenjutsu.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in swords. I haven't done it much recently on video, but I love it. And I found a Bujinkan school, taijutsu. And it's been very frustrating because I suck. And the two worst things that I realized is my footwork is trash.
Yeah.
And I hold my breath.
There you go.
And they're constantly on me about that. And it's hard to, I still don't know how to do it correctly because I'm thinking about what I'm doing instead of relaxing.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But that's why I start to incorporate this movement. And because, like I don't have a nice throwing range. I just have my basement. 5 meters is the maximum because, the target is also there.
Nice.
Yeah, but, like I try to go sideways, forward, backward. I try to breathe. I also talk when I train alone, not on video because then everybody thinks he's now completely nuts. But I just try to be relaxed, and I talk to you, and boom, I release. So my body doesn't have any time to tense. And it's just a learning curve. And I'm still not there, I'm trying to say I'm the white belt. Mikhail is like the 10th degree black belt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's getting better, but that's one thing I see on everybody's video. People are like,
yeah,
everybody's like this. So it's like shooting, you don't hold your breath. How the fuck? It wouldn't work, So I think this is one thing everybody should work on to get his throwing more natural.
Yeah.
For sure, there's a difference between a competition. You stand at your 3 meters, 7 meters, whatever, your focus and everything. Yeah, for sure. But still, do you need to hold your breath? No, I don't think so. Would it make things easier if your body is more relaxed? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. one of my biggest problems with competing is nerves, and it seems to be worse. You know, I've been competing for a while now, and it seems to have gotten, and I'm not sure why, and it sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, for me, it was like when it was the first time in Portugal, in Lisboa, for the European Championships, and you enter this stadium, okay, and there are like 4,000 people watching. You can't even hear your own voice. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? And my nerves were going bam, you know, like fucking hell. And you have to get, you know, like start to focus and you want to win. And this is where the shit starts. Because, you know, like for example, if I fight at the Dog Brothers gatherings, which is much, much more worse than just tapping at the jiu-jitsu competition.
yeah.
I'm not nervous. Why should I? Because there's no winner, there's no loser. When fighting among friends, there can just be winners, right?
Sure.
So, for example, if you and we both were throwing, you know, why should I be fucking nervous? But if we would enter a competition, same you, same me, same fucking day, same move, but we enter the competition now. You fucking want to win, right? Because you want to kick the German ass. And I'm like, fuck you, American dude. You know, I'm the German. I kick your ass, right?
Yeah.
So we both have this pressure now inside because we want to win, right?
Yes.
So we start holding breath. We start to get nerves. Oh, everybody's watching. Shit, I'm American. This German guy came here. I can't let him win. And I'm like, fuck, I drove all the way. I flew over, you know, jet lag. Oh, jet lag is a good excuse. So this is what the Dog Brothers taught me, you know. Once you get lose that shit of winning and all that, you know, trophies. But that's the hard part, because by the end of the day, we all want to be the best, right?
Yes.
I want to be European champion. This is why I'm there. The other guy, okay, so let's go. It's hard. Nerves is hard, you know. It's tough. And like I said, I'm competing now since I'm 7 years old.
Has it gotten better over the years? Easier?
Nah.
Really?
It gets different. It gets different because you know what's happening. For example, people get diarrhea on the day when they are fighting, you know. Diarrhea, you know, like everything comes, you know, like on the day they are fighting, they're like totally nervous.
Sure.
I know, as a matter of fact, that 2 days before competition, my life sucks.
Really?
On the day of the competition, when I enter that room now, after all those years, I'm all good, let's go. I'm just focused, no nerves, focused. There's a big difference for me, you know? But the days before, still. At night, waking up and like, fuck, you know, or you can't even sleep? Yes. You know, like my little one, he started to compete before all that COVID shit started, you know, he started to compete in judo. And he was like, Daddy, I feel weird. I said, yeah, welcome. That's just a feeling people who compete will feel. It doesn't matter if it's knife throwing, driving a car, or whatever, basketball, just people who compete. We know how that feeling is. And we all have our personal ways how to, you know, hopefully get rid of it and win by the end of the day.
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of it for me is I have like this reputation now in the knife throwing world, and
that sucks.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it sucks. It's hard because, you know, like if you go live and you throw, and there's nobody out there who can say I stick every knife, right? Nobody can say that. No one. We all know that. But if you go live and the first one, no stick. Second one, no stick. Third one, maybe no stick. You feel like shit. And everybody, look at this full Tang Clan guy, you know. He got nothing to bring to the table. So why the fuck you don't show that you can do it better? Because we all know you can't. maybe your first 3 will stick, but then the next 10 will fall. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I know this pressure sucks, because I don't want to sound cocky, but in the knife community, knife fighting, however you want to call it, martial arts community, people know me. I'm the only person, or I was the first person who were fighting with the free sectional staff at the Dog Brothers gathering. People know me. So after all these years, if you enter there, for sure you feel this pressure, because everybody, I had people come to gatherings because they just want to fight me. Because they just want to fight against my spear, against my free sectional staff. They just want, so it's pressure, but I worked hard for it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you worked hard for it,
Yeah.
Friends, you get easy. Haters, bro, you have to work for it. You have to fucking work for it. And we have a saying in Germany, just the person who gets the ball gets attacked, right?
Yeah.
So, welcome. It's good, man. You know what I'm trying to say? From that side,
Rough,
I mean,
man.
fuck that, that one kid we were talking about, I don't call any names, fuck that kid, fuck that shit, like man, really,
So
it's so funny.
I don't really care about what
But it's funny.
everybody knows me, but there are some people that don't know me, and he's saying all this shit. So
Right.
I'm not really sure. I think we have an hour. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But can you tell us 2 more things? Can you tell us about Bladecraft Method, and the other thing, can you tell us about getting a hold of Mikhail for learning Skanf?
Okay. Yeah. So Bladecraft Method is my personal approach how to use a knife active in any kind of self-defense fighting situation. Okay. I have 3 main pillars. One is like to use the knife actively. The other is the criminal approach, which you have to know because criminals use the knife differently.
Sure.
Hidden in plain sight, stuff like that.
Yep.
And the third aspect I also teach is the duel. Normally duels will not happen. Everybody says that. That's correct. But if you have a person driven by his own beliefs, starting to stab other people, and I decide to jump in with my personal tool, what do we have? We have a duel, right? Other rules. We are not meeting in the morning at 6 o'clock and, first blood kill, whatever. No. But we have a duel. So preemptive striking with a knife, criminal approach, and dual aspect. And I also teach knife on the ground. I'm fortunate enough to have students from all kinds of like lifestyles. I have special forces guys, I have police guys, I have the normal, how you call it, the normal General Joe. You have the saying in English, the regular guy, like a normal
Joe.
Thank you, average Joe. So that's basically it. And I teach that as a method and not a system, because a system is always you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. A method for me is I teach you the alphabet, and we all know the A is formed like this, right?
Yes.
But your handwriting A is different than my handwriting A.
Sure.
But I can read it, you can read it. Okay. So by the end of the day, I teach people what I can bring to the table, but I want them to make it to their own.
Okay.
And a lot of systems, like especially Kung Fu, no, the hand has to be like this. Why? Don't ask. It has to be like this.
Sure.
Okay. So no, I'm not doing that. And in regards to Mikhail, inbox him. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. Just inbox him. And tell him, you're interested in Skanf. You would like to have lessons. That's it. Because people inbox me. They want to have lessons. I'm not teaching.
Sure.
I got no problems to help people. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, I'm a white belt. I would never consider myself of being an instructor or a teacher. No.
Sure.
So, but everybody can inbox Mikhail, and he will help the people for sure.
One last question before we sign off.
Please.
Is there anyone in the United States?
Yes.
Point out that is doing Skanf correctly?
Would you ask a white belt if there's anybody doing jiu-jitsu on the level of Hicks and Gracie correctly? So you should ask Mikhail.
Okay. Okay. I'm asking you because you've been a martial artist for a very long time, and you picked this up very fast. So I'm just asking your personal opinion.
There are students of Mikhail in the States, I think so, and those people are progressing nicely for sure.
Okay.
I personally, except of Chris, we mentioned, didn't saw anybody who brings anything to the table, which I would say, yeah, cool.
Okay.
For me, it's like people are scratching on the surface, which is normal, especially when you're a talented person, because by the end of the day, it's a lot of imitating the movement you see, but the result is maybe also correct, but there's something missing in between. Like in a comic book, if you the flipping part is missing. I see this side, I see that side, but this part, no, it's not there.
Totally understood, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to seek out a Kenjutsu teacher, because I can imitate what I see on YouTube, and I can cut and do all those things, but I need to know why I'm doing those things. And I've learned so much from taking this class, and it's been enlightening.
I always encourage people, take lessons, go to a teacher. You can ask, like me as a white belt, now for sure I can help you. But why ask me if you have, the source right there? Ask the source. This is, Mikhail never turned anybody down. He's there, he's teaching Skanf, and his Skanf is, for me personally, his Skanf is also different than the Skanf from other people. He throws things a little bit differently. I love it. It matches like this, with my personal style. So and like I said, I think because I did martial arts for such a long time, and I'm an easy student.
I can tell.
This is why I picked it up, and for me, it's like. Oh, it's like that. That's logical. Jiu-jitsu is logical. For me, it's logical. I know why things are like that. Once you understand why things are like that, it's easy to reproduce, right?
Yeah.
So for me, and I'm still not there where I want to be. Yeah. But yeah, I got an idea. Let's put it like this. I got an idea how Skanf really works. Why is it, not a push? Why is it a pull? Where the different body mechanics come into play, and I'm always working more on it. People are interested to stick the fucking knife. I don't care about the fucking knife. I couldn't care less. I want to have the movement. I want to be relaxed, because if the movement is correct, if the energy is produced, the knife will fly, and it will stick. Easy.
Wow, man. I'm so glad that you agreed to do this, man, and it's been an honor, and I really respect you. That's why I wanted to do
this. Thanks, brother. I can just like thank you for giving me the opportunity. And how much I respect you guys. You personal and all those throwers like Adam and in Germany we have some famous throwers. And I would just wish that the knife throwing community would not be such a shithole sometimes, You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. So online is different than in person, for sure.
Right.
A lot of shit talking goes on online, and I've done it too. But it's all my end of it. It's all fun and games. I really respect all the Russian knife throwers. I absolutely do. They're amazing. There's no, anyone that's a good knife thrower, I can't say that you're not. I respect knife throwing. So, like I said, things get lost in translation a lot, and no one understood the pull thing. So I think that I hope a lot of people are going to see this, and hopefully I can share this to the Instinct group, because I think this would really open up a lot of people's eyes and try to. I'm here to make friends and promote the sport of knife throwing.
Yes.
And knife throwing changed my life, and I'm just trying to promote it. So
cool.
Anyway, thank you very much, man. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for staying up so late and doing this. I really appreciate it.
It's all good, bro. The little one is still awake and watching SpongeBob right now, so it's all good.
Awesome. All right, man. Have a good night, dude.
Yeah. Take care, brother. Okay, bye.